Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Jaguar Land Rover St. Petersburg, and guess what? We have one of the first of something new from Land Rover, in particular, this vehicle right here. What is it? It's a 2025 Range Rover. This is a Range Rover Autobiography P550e, and guess what? This is a plug-in electric hybrid version of their Autobiography. But before we get into this all-wheel drive, full-on luxury that combines a gas engine and an electric motor, let's talk about what's going on here. So Range Rover is the premium brand of Land Rover, and it's been taking some time to finally get these vehicles at dealerships, but this is Range Rover's first ever plug-in electric hybrid. So what does that mean? You could drive on just pure EV, pure electricity, or you're going to get a combination of the internal combustion engine with the electric motor to bring tons of driving performance. Now, at this segment, there really is not a lot of competition when it comes to it being specifically a plug-in. But what I want to find out is if you're looking for a high level of luxury, a high level of sportiness, and you want to have that new technology, is this the way to go over the competition, or should you just be waiting for a Cadillac Escalade IQ and just go all in with full electrification? Let's go ahead, let's dive into our Range Rover and find out. Right off the bat, it looks familiar. It's got those new updates, the new changes, the refreshes, all of the style, but it's really, once we go for that driving experience. Now at the front, you're going to get that signature LED headlight style, triple LED beams, LED daytime running lamps, turn signals. That's for your headlight washer, pops out and squirts water on it. And then working your way down, we do have these vents, but guess what? They're fake. Why did they put fake vents on the front of this vehicle? Blows my mind. But it's flat black, fake vent with some gloss black trim. On the lower end, they do still give you your LED fog lamps, and I like this color. It's a really bright white called Fuji white. As we come across the front grille area, signature style. You see all that design? That's what Range Rover is all about. You do get a Land Rover badge because this is made by Land Rover, that British racing green color. Working our way down, we do have tons of functionality in the center, forward-facing camera, and then of course functionality on the lower end, and there's active shutters that open and close. Now, with Range Rovers, this does have adaptive air ride suspension, so you can get to about 11 inches of ground clearance by raising this Autobiography version of the Sport nice and high. You got your gloss black on your lower splitter, but I think one of the big things is that even though this is a plug-in electric hybrid, nice to have that familiar face. Now, as we rise up, you got that soft crease, the Range Rover name. I'm gonna zonk the stick-on letters. I wish that it actually had the letters that would sink into the hood. It kind of reminds me back when I was in kindergarten, the magnetic letters that we used to stick on the chalkboard, on the dry erase boards to learn how to spell. I don't know why they do little just stick-on letters, but you got that big, bold aircraft carrier size hood with a little bit of rise there. There's actually some rise. I know it's hard to see with the Fuji white. You do have your decorative trim just to give it that extra Range Rover taste. And then as we come around the bend, what are we working with wheel and tire setup? So you're looking at these massive 22-inch wheels. Excuse me, strike that. They kind of went a little weird. 23-inch wheel with those Brembo 6-piston calipers. You can see the split spoke design. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the size of the tire? You're looking at 285 on the width, 40 series sidewall. And it's one of those designs that, like I said, it screams Range Rover. Like when I think of a Range Rover, this is the kind of style wheel that I think of. You do have adaptive air ride suspension. Like I said, all four corners. It's gonna measure the asphalt every nanosecond. And whether you're going off-road or on-road, it's able to do that very effectively. Now, Rising up, they create a body line where the hood actually closes. You got some more decorative trim on the side. I wish that this stuff was functional. Maybe put like a side marker light or something like that. Power folding side mirrors. We have them in the lock position with your 360-degree camera. And then you'll notice the big zonk, which I know Steven's going all the way back, but we're gonna need him to come on back, Jack. For some reason, they put the Autobiography badge all the way down here. That to me is kind of stupid. That's a zonk. I don't know why they do that, especially when you look at the price once you step up to a Range Rover Sport Autobiography. But from the side, you got that classic two-tone, the black painted roof with the Fuji white, the flush mounted door handles. You see how I told you that body line starts on the hood? It goes all the way down. And then remember, this is rear-wheel drive base, so power is getting sent to the rear wheels, and then power gets sent to the front wheels for when the grip is needed. Wheels and tires are going to be same size, all four corners. The sad news is you're not getting Brembos on the rear calipers. They just take the standard floating caliper and paint it red. Would be nice to have Brembos all four corners, especially for the price. But like I said, having nice wide rubber to meet the road is going to give you some grip. And then swinging around back, what do we got going on? I love how they really clean this up. Nice long roof spoiler. If you're wondering, why do we have two shark fins up top? One is for the digital rear view mirror. The one on the left is for the digital rear view mirror. The other one is actually your antenna. We do have our wiper tucked nice and high, really cleans that up. They took the badging and they put it in the gloss black, gives it a super clean look. Only thing that tells you back here is sport. But you see what I'm saying? Like, they could have put Autobiography right here. I guess the other thing I like about it, doesn't say like PHEV. There's nothing painted green on the car or blue to say that this is an electric style vehicle. And then working our way down, you are getting functional exhaust on both sides. Not decorative trim rings, but functional exhaust. And you have full tow capability at the back end of this Sport Autobiography P550e. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see why it has that big long name. All right guys, we got the hood popped up. You do have hood struts. There really isn't much to see. You have your standard engine cover. It's decent. You got your dual throttle bodies, your dual air boxes and air intakes. But what is so special about this vehicle? This is Range Rover's first plug-in electric hybrid. So the reason why they call it the P550e is because it has a 3-liter straight 6 with the turbocharged power paired to an electric motor. That's going to produce 542 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque. It's made it to a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60 in this vehicle that weighs 5,100 pounds is 4.8 seconds. Here's the kicker though. Combined MPGs, 22 combined MPGs. And then if you want to go on just pure EV and drive silent to and from work, 53 miles on a charge. It is self-recharging, but if you want to throw it on a DC fast charger, you could charge that battery pack in less than an hour from 0% to up to 90%. So not bad for a size of vehicle like this to have 53 mile worth of range on pure EV. But why don't we go ahead, let's turn this thing on and see it drive silently. All right, guys, we are inside this 2025 Range Rover Sport Autobiography P550e plug-in electric hybrid. Now, the name is very big, and I'm sure you're probably guessing, is the price pretty big? You would be correct. MSRP for the way that this one is optioned is right at $126,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels, you're getting that beautiful two-tone material. Love the off-white soft as a big fat marshmallow. We got the Meridian Premium sound system, 29 speakers in here. Working your way down that black leather, you can see the seat controls, 3 memory seat settings. And then I'm really digging how they have the dark chrome finish right where the door handle is that a lot of people can't see. There's the door handle right by the door locks. The pocket, the door pocket is big enough. You could go down to Joey's Pizzeria down in Palm Harbor and get yourself a big 12-inch calzone, extra pepperoni, and it'll fit nicely in there. Now going from the door panel to the dash, the two-tone, the softness. I like the dark chrome finish in here. This opens up your glove compartment. This is where you can put the family jewels because it's nice and felt-lined, so you're not going to scratch your family jewels. Slide on in. You got the latest PHEV Pro system at the 13.1-inch screen. Love how easy it is to use. They really have come a long way with this screen setup. You go into your different modes, auto, the off-road modes, all of those goodies, and then you get back to where you started. You got your triple screen layout. Even the way they do the AC controls. 3 stages of ventilated seats, 3 stages of heated seats, dual climate control, and then let me throw it in reverse. There's our backup camera, nice clear resolution. Want to spin it 360? Sit and spin. There it is, 360, look at that. Boop, boop, boop. I just wish it was white. I don't know why it's like an avocado green color. Kind of weird, but hey, that's the way it is. And then you come right back to home. Lots of swiping going on. Look at this. It actually has your EV, tells you how much percentage, how many miles you got, your slope assist, and then all of your wheel info. You can lock the rear diff, the center diff, the battery pack is in the center, and then even your energy impact. You can find out how good you are. Or going through water. This thing will go through almost 3 feet of water. There is a bunch of gloss black here, and I am going to zonk it, but the good news is I think most people will have that open because you got your wireless charging. This is going to control your 8-speed automatic transmission. You got your start-stop button. A lot of gloss black, though. Down below, you got a little nook. USB-Cs down here. You could put your Louis Vuitton wallet or maybe your fat stack of $100 bills. And then a little bit of wood finish. Open this up, 2 cup holders. Open that up. Now you have felt lining USB-C. This is where I would probably put a nice box of Twinkies there, or maybe a 1-pound bag of Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers, but I like the old flavor Twizzlers. I feel like the new flavor, it's too artificial. What the hell are they doing with foods today? Everything is over processed and just a bunch of crap. It doesn't taste as good. It doesn't. Here's your key fob, same Land Rover key fob. I wish they would come out with something new because I think Noah had this on his Ark when he was saving all the animals. Open this up. You got another little area here. I don't know what the hell you're going to put, toothpicks. But then you got a little bit of a cool box. So 2-stage cool box in there. That's where I would probably put, I don't know, maybe a froyo, some froyo in there. Just eat it a little on the quicker side. And I do love froyo, I have to admit. Say what you want, but I love it. The seats, the Napa leather, super soft, nice bolstering, full electric assist for the passenger, full electric assist for the driver, the Alcantara all over the place. You got a power sunshade, of course. And I don't know why, but I am going to zonk it. They got these stupid extra armrests. I don't know why they have that. It's kind of like a waist, I guess, so that you don't put your arm on the actual armrest for the center console. Just seems like wasted engineering. Kind of dumb. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind this 2-tone wheel in this all-new Range Rover. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. Of course, we have 3 memory seat settings on the driver's side. There's the autobiography badge on the aluminum sill plate. We left the PDI here because I don't want to damage this. This just looks so good. That lights up LED at night. Pedal box is decent. Aluminum throttle, but aluminum brake, but a plastic throttle. Kind of weird. I like the size of the dead pedal. Seats have extra real estate for your ASS. And the reason why is because the seat controls are on the door. That gives you more real estate for your body. Lots of headroom in here. I'm 6 feet tall. Steering wheel, the 2-tone, classy, sporty. Love the stitching, the Range Rover badge, the black chrome. You do have metal paddles to go through the 9-speed automatic, and it is a power tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then of course you have that digital gauge cluster. Nice clear graphics. Notice how it has our battery charge on the right-hand side here. And it's very easy to go through different information. All you gotta do is just scroll and you can see all the great information. I love the graphics too. They do a great job with that. And the head-up display. But why don't we get into the back seat, because I'm very curious to see how this new Range Rover drives. All right, guys, we are in the back seat. This is just a 2-row. That's the one nice thing I like this more than the Escalade IQ, is that that's a 3-row and that 3rd row sucks. With this being a 2-row, it just gives you more room for people. And how often do people really use the 3rd row? I mean, I guess you got to have a family of 10 people to really use it. But the backs of the seats, the leather, of course, you got your hanger where you could put your cardigan, sweater. I know Steven wants to hang his hat here. We got these large pockets. What's nice about it is you can pull them way back and put 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. Thin Mints, Samoans, Do-si-dos, Tagalongs. I used to say I had a favorite, but I really just love them all. Back command center, you got AC vents. Love the way you got the digital readouts. 3 stages of heated seats, 3 stages of ventilated seats, all push button. Down below, you got a 12-volt, 2 USB-Cs. And then what's great about these seats, not only are they just as comfortable as up front, but they're all electric. So electric tilting, electric sliding, the whole 9 yards, and you got an armrest. Now the problem is that it's hard as a British scone. Now, normally a scone you want hard. If you go to a coffee shop and you get a scone and it's soft, that's a freaking muffin. That's all that is. A scone has to be hard so that when you're dipping it in your coffee, it doesn't just disintegrate. This is as hard as a scone. I like that a scone to eat. I don't want my armrest to be as hard as a scone. Open that up to cup holders. Silver trim, open this up. Look at that, you could put easily 3 Rolexes back here. So if you're on the gray market or the black market, one of those two, and you're selling Rolexes, this is where you could keep them and they won't get scratched. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the cargo area. I want to take you for a spin in this Range Rover. All right, guys, time to get in the cargo area. Do it the old-fashioned way, hit the button. Now, the nice thing about this being 2-row is you really get a large amount of cargo space back here. I like the way they have a strap. This is where you could strap in your Twinkies so they don't slide around. You also have a nice little goodie bag with your charging supplies. You got, of course, a safety kit, all those goodies. And then on the passenger side, we do have a 12-volt. You got your gallon of Nestle Quick cargo net. You can put a gallon of Nestle Quick in here, and this is where you can lower the rear seats very easily. But why don't we go ahead? If you're ready, I'm definitely ready. Let's go find out how this new Range Rover Sport P550e drives. All right, guys, we left Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete on that 13.1-inch infotainment system screen. I do have the power flow display. So right now we're in hybrid mode, and you can see how the power is being sent to all 4 wheels. You can do that e-save, where if you want the vehicle to recharge the battery, or if you want to hold on to your battery charge, you can do that for whenever you get to the situation or the roads where you need to have all the power, or you just want to go pure EV. But of course, you get on the brakes, you can see the green coloring showing how the regen braking is working with the vehicle. We got our straight 6 up front, our battery pack in the center there, and the electric motor right on the back side of the engine. But so comfortable when it comes to the seats in the Range Rover Sport Autobiography. All of the materials are super high-end. The only thing that I cannot stand is the amount of gloss black right here in this area. But you got your digital rear view mirror. All of the controls are easy to figure out, easy to get to. And now having the ability to get a little bit better fuel economy. I mean, 22, 23 mpgs combined is pretty darn good for a large size luxury SUV with all-wheel drive. And then you could also go dead silent on a single charge 53 miles. So sitting in traffic, I went ahead and put the EV mode on, and right now we are pure EV. You can see how the tachometer changes, and we are now driving just pure EV. Very smooth, very seamless. And you are gonna get some recharge capability when you get on the brakes. There's no one pedal operation or anything like that, but I'm okay with that because it keeps the driver engaged. But right now we are not using a drop of fuel. It's really an easy system to use, especially with this screen layout here. And as you can see, when we get on the brakes, the green recharge takes place. And we're just pure EV driving. But let's get back to driving with some gas and electric, because I want to hit some more fun on throttle sections of this review. Here we go. All right, guys, pulling away from the light. What's great about this plug-in electric hybrid is that you have the instant torque of the electric motor, which kind of negates some of the boost lag from the turbochargers. So that's a big plus when it comes to just outright acceleration. And it's super smooth. I mean, you can't tell. The only way you could tell the engine is on is if the tachometer is functioning. If the tachometer wasn't there, it's nearly impossible to tell when the engine is on, the internal combustion engine is on, and when it's off, which is exactly what you want. Another nice thing about this large SUV is that we do have rear wheel steer, which allows you to navigate roads like a freaking champ. Like you're a brain surgeon cutting out a part of someone's brain. You're able to have that kind of just local focus, especially in tight parking lots. But why don't we go ahead? I'm ready to go full hybrid mode. We're gonna go on throttle. If you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle. Oh my God. Did you see that? It's like a freaking bucking bronco, the way the nose just pointed towards the sky on takeoff. I mean, 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. Yeah, there's faster SUVs out there, but to have the plug-in capability and yet get that kind of acceleration is really, really amazing. Brakes feel good. You got the regen braking taking place on the power flow display. But the way it just accelerates, really, really nicely done. Another thing you're gonna love is with that battery pack, it lowers the center of gravity of the vehicle. Allows you to corner very, very effectively. The adaptive air ride suspension keeps everything as level as possible, even though you are driving a big SUV. And it's very, very quiet in here. Awesome sound deadening material, thickness of glass, the acoustic windshield. I mean, it's like driving a Vault, a Wells Fargo Vault. Hit the EV button, and then that is gonna allow you to go pure EV mode. So nice to have that easy accessibility up to 53 miles worth of range on a single charge, and just really allows you to have that full flexibility. But you got the nice large head-up display, and like I said, for a large SUV with the rear wheel steer, this thing is very, very manageable and just feels really good. I love the seats. The seats are just superb. The way it's cradling my freaking body. I don't know how much better it can get than with that setup. That's for sure. Change some of this information here that's displayed. On throttle, here we go. Nice. Love the graphics on the dash. Look at that. And then, like I said, with the rear wheel steer, it just turns on a dime, man. You ready? On throttle, here we go. So really impressed with what Range Rover has done with this Sport Autobiography and bringing the plug-in electric hybrid component to it. Very curious to see what you think about it in the comment section, so definitely give me your honest thoughts, especially if you, comparing this to the new Escalade IQ that's set to come out later this year. But we're gonna go ahead, the traffic is building up. We're gonna get back to Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day with this particular new Range Rover Sport Autobiography. Definitely want to thank everybody here at Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete for getting us access to this new luxury SUV. Let me know what you think. Is this the best new way to go, especially over a Cadillac Escalade IQ? If you want the best of both worlds, let me know down in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, then you're being part of the Raise Rise family. Gotta give up to Stephen Flood, working the camera like the champion that he is, no matter how hot it gets here on the surface of the sun. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.